Greetings all the people in the chat. Let's open up shop. Let's open up shop. Boom. And we are the Real Soundcheck. How you mean? Yo, you know what, Dave? I wasn't even trying to be sexy like that, and I wasn't even trying to do that. But we will do that one day. We'll do a kind of a sexy Mike and the Cable Guys moment one day, and I'll say we are, and we will all in unison say the Real Soundcheck, baby. One day we'll get there. Salute, gentlemen. Grown folks grooves in the building.
Salute. Hello to everybody brother. In the chat. So glad y'all could join.
So glad you could join.
We got one for you today, boy.
What? We going to school today. Some people going to school today.
You know what? I don't like how my man's too froggy, you know. I don't like how my man's so froggy, you know.
Look at friction.
Very froggy indeed.
Oh my
Your
goodness.
frogginess disturbs me, sir. It disturbs me.
Yeah, it should, mate. It should.
Oh,
good evening, Dave Knight. Good music in the building.
Good evening. What's happening, people?
We're good. Good to have you here, sir. Good to have you here. Enough respect. Ooh, looking cool and blue as always. Oh, he's got change. He's got different color. What's going on?
You didn't know?
He's got different colored lights going on over there now. It's a bleeding light show.
He's revealing himself episode by episode. He's revealing a little bit more of himself.
That's where the sexy Mike and the Cable Guys thing comes.
Do you know what I mean? What
the ladies
is
at bay.
My man is
Alright, Dave.
Taste the rainbow.
Too bright, you know.
Alright, Dave. Alright, mate. All right, mate.
Addition to the thing.
I'm just here.
Some of us haven't even got lights. Some of us haven't even got shades on our lights, bruv. You know, we just got the bare bulb going on around here. You know? You come with your sexiness.
I said bare
Anyway.
bulb, you know, 41.
Yeah, bare bulb. Technical, Buddha Palm TV. How you doing, sir? Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. But like I said, man, I'm disturbed by grown folks' frogginess. At the opening of the show. Just calm it down, sir. Act like a gentleman.
Oh, good grief. Listen, we'll get into that later. We'll see if the frogginess is justified later or not.
Exactly.
Friction.
Gotta talk some trash, though. You gotta talk some trash.
Hit it though.
All right, mate.
You're right, mate.
All right, geezer.
Oh, my son.
Safe, man. You're right.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother.
You know those passive-aggressive mates? You're right, mates.
Yeah.
Safe.
Like when a man goes, yeah, it's your friend. You know your friend. You know what I mean? Like
You know your mate,
friend.
yeah.
You know your mate.
Do you know what? You know when it's really bad? When your other half says, tell your son or tell your daughter. That's when it goes deep. Friction, you good?
Yeah, man, I'm blessed.
All right, good.
Looking forward to this evening, man. It's going to be
Likewise.
full of energy.
How you mean? Fire Diesel, Mr. Diesel.
Yes, sir. You good?
Yeah,
good?
man, I'm blessed.
Everybody.
Good to see you.
Too, man.
We're a man down, man. We're a man down. I'm concerned.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on with we don't know where I'm there.
Sexy Mike.
In my cut dub plate, man. In my cut dub plate.
Man's going to city, you know.
You know what vibe I'm getting? I'm getting breakdance vibes. And I'm not equating him to actually what happens in the film. But you know when they come and they do the first battle, and then it's like, okay, I bust this. And then suddenly from nowhere, that woman came from behind. And it's like, oh gosh. I'm feeling like he's going to come in last minute and drop dub plates.
Yeah.
I think they set it up from before. They set it up from before.
Yeah, that's it.
They set it up from before.
I was going to come in with some body killer dub plates and thing, man, and just shell up the thing. So I go dead.
You know what? That's actually
people dead. That's what Bush is gonna come in with if he comes in.
That's actually making sense from what his rules were. That's actually making sense.
Yeah, he's starting to come in with clash rules. Anyway, we'll get into that more later. We'll get into that later. Gotta say, listen, there's loads of messages streaming up in the chat, man. Let me just get to the people. Salute to Mad Trini. Greetings, Mad Trini in the building. Salute.
Yo, before you carry on, can I just say Mad Trini, yeah? Yeah, Croc, you know already. Mad Trini, yeah. You see when I see you, yeah. About freeze. Okay, we'll see about freeze, yeah.
What is?
So you tell them these, or you tell them.
You tell them. I was on the receiving end of it.
You tell them, bruv. So you should tell them, innit? He who feels it knows it. You tell them.
So, while we was on the
all I heard about is somebody's neck back. That's all I heard.
It was my neck back, rude boy.
What that thing?
It was my neck back. So last night we were at Chip Shop, grown folks, Croc and myself. We were playing, and you know we do the usual 1s and 2s for a pull up and rare. And then what was it, Croc?
Yeah.
It was
1s and 2s for pull up and 3s. If Mr. Diesel needs a slap in his neck back for the tunes that he's playing. Bridget, you want to see 3s? The whole chat started raining 3s.
No, but the army was led by Mad Trini. Yeah?
The army was led
by Mad Trini. Mad Trini. You see you, yeah? All right.
When did the five-finger Satan the neck back?
Listen.
Oh, you know what? I got to tell you. The first one was like a soul clap. It connected good, man.
And the worst thing is,
yeah, it was like a J Dilla high snare. Yes.
It was caught on video. That's the worst thing about it. So you'll be seeing that soon, no doubt, man.
Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna try and work a little magic and see if I can line that up before we end today. I'm gonna do my thing and see if we can line that up before we end today. Back to the chat. Just greeting all the people in the chat. Good evening, Miss Naturally J. Jacqueline, greetings to you. Salute to UK Web Boy in the building. Salutations, my brother.
Salute.
Bless up. Good evening to Mitchy Boo in the chat. Good evening, Mitchy Boo. Blessings to you. Good evening, Ian Morlin. Oh, mate, trouble's here. Evening.
Wasn't it him that started? It was him.
Yes.
Come bring problems in the family. He's brought problems amongst the family. There's infightings, in wars going on. Ian
started it.
These men used to be my friends. You see, after tonight now, I might have to start my own podcast. the real 90s sound check. Let's see how it goes.
Salute Ian Morlin in the building. G-Force, Leroy in the building. Greetings, sir. Respect.
Big up.
Bless up, Leroy. Vinyl Sofa in the building.
G-Force.
Good evening, neighbor. Evening, Sophia. Bless up. The Diva speaks. T-Dot is in the building. Salute, Diva. Natasha, 0702. Happy Monday to you as well, Natasha. Bless up. Iola, good evening to you. Blessings, Iola. Enough respect. Great to have you in the chat.
Serena Williams,
Lady Google, aka Lady Uzo in the building. Salute Lady Uzo in the building.
US Open slap.
Yeah, I mean, in the pocket events, NK Soul in the building. Salute NK. Bless up, my brother. Great to see you in the place. Good evening, Kamzi. Good evening, Cammy. Great to have you in here. Salute to all the people, all the family rolling in. I think I saw Richie Ranks, his name somewhere.
Yeah, man, he's here, man. Richie's here.
Yes, Richie Ranks is there. Good evening and salute to Richie Ranks in the building as well.
Big up.
Yeah, man, the family is all rolling in. All right, if I've missed anyone, please forgive me, but there's a lot of messages here. I'm sorry I've missed all of these so far.
They came out for the drama. That's what it is.
They did.
They did fighting. They don't want to see us as a happy family. They want to
see the smoke. You get me? When we're talking of righteousness now, it's 1s and 2s. You get me? When it's smoke now, sending messages to their friends. Yo, make sure you join this. It's going off. Share. Boom.
Look, and Uzo's agree with you. Look, that's right. That's all they want. Oh, all right. So
they won't
for
even
anybody
be speaking at the end of it.
I know. We'll see. For anyone who's new to this, we are the Real Soundcheck, and we are here every Monday, 9 p.m. UK time. DJs talking about real life stuff outside of just music. Yes, we talk about music as well, but showing you that DJs have a life outside of DJing as well. We do have thoughts, feelings, passions, ideas about things beyond just music. All right, so that's really what this podcast is all about. Am I missing anything, fellas, or can we get into it?
Listen, time is upon us.
Time.
So
All right, let's go.
the
Let's
people know
go.
what's going down, so
He's getting ready. He's ready. Is DJ Shadow's going to be around?
this tonight.
Look at this one. Look at this one.
man.
Richie Ranks says, last time someone slapped Mr. Diesel's neck back, they ended up in a shop window. Yo, what's the story? What's the story, Diesel? What's the story, Diesel? Diesel?
It was a long time ago.
Diesel?
It was a long time ago.
Oh!
2018.
a different person.
Nah.
Oh, so there is something to this story, Mr. Diesel.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there is. Yeah.
In a shop window.
Blockbuster Video, to be exact.
Oh, Lord.
That was definitely a long time ago.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I say a long time ago. But yeah,
No name teeth, no DVDs. You just smashed the window and got off.
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right, listen, we've got to say salute to Butch Cassidy, wherever he is. We don't know where Butch is,
Yeah,
but
send that search party.
I'm
Those in the
gonna
chat.
message him
if
now.
anybody is seeing Butch Cassidy, please tell him to stop cut the dub plate them and just send him into the podcast. Yes, just come in. Just whatever dub plate you have already, just tell him to carry them. Come, all right? It can work.
I'm
It
gonna
can
rock
work.
into the thing with a click suit on, man, ready for war. You know what I mean?
And a black seal pouch.
Some purple corduroy click suit, man. Ready for war.
And a chippy suit.
And a hat with a feather in it.
Yeah, man.
And a
jumbo cord as well,
and a-
the jumbo cord.
Listen, and a black leather Africa pendant
That's the one.
around his neck.
That's the one. Swinging.
Yeah, man.
Oh, God. Yeah, don't forget the pin rolls, man. We'll have the pin rolls. Pin roll on one leg and one leg pull up as well.
Vikings, the Valleys.
Oh, Lord.
Bally's, man said Bally's, you know.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
Red, gold, and green Valleys.
Look diva with a can of tenants.
Oh, my God.
Yo, Loud Bush, let's stop this. Loud Bush.
Richie Ransom drink his Thunderbird. But like some UK boys, this Travel
Travel
Fox.
Fox.
Trevor Fox.
Yo. I've got a pair of Travel Fox, you know.
Yo, Travel Fox.
Oh,
I've got a pair, mate. I've got a pair.
Salute Diesel.
Bally's and Travel Fox, you know. Flipping heck.
Proper. That's
Click
proper.
suits and ting. Oh
also
my
You lot
God.
forgot
discussion.
bandana as well, you know.
No, man, I said
Yo,
bandana,
stop,
man.
listen. Yo.
Basically
I'm
gonna come in
calling
dressed
time
as
on this.
Supercats.
I'm
Sting
messaged
90
him.
what? Sting
I've
94
messaged him, but-
Supercats.
Oh, boy.
I'm
See,
calling
this is why
to-
I
hey.
love my people. This is why I
Time
love
out.
my people. It don't take but one person to start it.
no,
It turns into a relay race.
Look at the
don't it?
chat. Look at the chat. Hey, look at the chat. Look at the chat.
There you go. One person started, it turns into a relay race.
Oh my gosh. We need to stop. Oh my gosh. All right. All right, listen, let's get into it. Like Friction said, time is running. So, oh gosh. All right, before we get into it, let me just change this background music because we can just take it down a little bit and just mellow it out a bit. All right, so first thing, we got two things we want to deal with today, ladies and gentlemen. The second part, I'm sure you'll figure it out, is a continuation from last week. We were talking about 80s versus the 90s. 80s music versus the 90s music. We are looking to settle the argument today. All right. Later on in the podcast, we're looking to settle that argument this evening with a real live clash. 80s versus 90s clash. All right. So we're going to have Team 80s, which will be myself, Grown Folks Grooves, and Dave Knight. Basically, the top half of your screen versus them boy down there. So
You see how the
elders. Yeah, the elders.
Yeah, man. All
yes,
folks
verse they
upstairs.
pitney them downstairs.
This is the new
They
generation.
pitney them downstairs, right? Mr. Diesel, Friction, Tech.
The elders are in bed already. They got upstairs to their beds. They put on their slippers.
I'm already playing psychological games, putting y'all at the bottom. It's
Yeah,
psychological
you know what I
warfare.
mean?
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Wicked.
Mate.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's going to be the second half, all right? The first half, though, you know, we like to we mix up some serious stuff, serious talk and conversation with the fun stuff and the banter and the music as well. So for the serious side of it, we wanted to talk about, I don't know how many of you have seen Dave Chapelle's monologue that he did for Saturday Night Live. There was a lot in it, all right? There was a lot in it, and so we thought it would be a good starting place to just run that. If you haven't seen it, don't worry, because we're going to run it for you here, and then we're going to discuss it afterwards, and we invite you all to join in the conversation in the chat as well. So let's get into that first and foremost. Let me just make sure everything is in order in the chat. Yes, everything is cool there. All right, so I'm going to put it on screen. We're going to run the monologue. It's about 15 minutes, all right? And then afterwards, we are going to discuss amongst ourselves what Chappelle had to say. Wow. Someone's starting already. Big. Amazing. Listen, before we get into the chat, because the comments are coming up thick and fast already. Before we get into that, look who just snuck in the building with a bag of dub plates.
And you know this. Man.
Yeah, man, I feel good now.
It was funny. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, man. How Mr.
Who's the funny one about click suit? Who said click suit? All I heard was click suit. Is that what it is? Yeah. All right.
And it all started from there. It all started from there, but it all went south from there.
It went stage left.
It went DEFCON 3.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, brother.
Good evening, bro.
Yo, we're glad you made it, man. Yeah, we're glad you made it, bro. We're glad you made it. Salute.
Hello, everyone
Butch
in the
is the
chat.
captain of Team 90s, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, no, we're a team, man. We're a team.
Oi. You see how people get boasty now? You see people chest start swell now because can't Butch Cassidy come in. You see that? You see
One
that?
bag of dub plates.
You understand?
There's no
The
dub box has arrived. The dub box has arrived.
But there's no dub plates today. Let's get into Mr. Chappelle.
All right, let's do it.
He was on one.
He was. So, gents, what are we saying? Diesel, let's start with you. What did you make? What are you saying? What do you think about the monologue from Chappelle?
Well, I don't even really know to start with this. I think you better come back to me. I'm still digesting it, to be honest.
All right. Grown folks, have you seen it already? Has anybody who's seen it already?
I saw it already. Yeah.
All right.
No, I didn't.
So, what's your take on it, Conrad?
So, for me, Dave Chappelle is a genius. When it comes to comedy, he's an absolute genius. He likes to tell truths, but he does it in a funny way.
Yeah.
So he can kind of skirt around the edge and still be safe. But that's just from being so clever. I think everything he said was true. And I don't think anything will come of it. Even the way he presented it.
You mean
he
in terms
won't
of
have to worry
him
about
getting
any kind of retribution?
Right,
There won't be
okay.
nobody's gonna. And you know what? I struggle to think that they could actually mess with Dave, because Dave's money is banked. Dave's money's not in escrow with another company. Dave made his millions. His is in his pocket, so he's like, hey, whatever.
Yeah. Agreed. I think we can all unanimously agree on screen and in the chat, Dave Chappelle is a comedic genius. In fact, not even just comedic. I think it goes beyond his comedy. I think he was just a genius, full stop. Comedy or not. You know what I mean? Absolutely, he's up there. Absolutely up there. I want to say good evening to Ellis, who's in the chat. Isola 68. Big up, Ellis. Good evening, sir. Salute.
Big up.
Friction. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. Yo, Dave Chappelle's my favorite, man. Has been and always will be. He's a genius. The way he navigates real topics so cleverly, you know what I mean, and brings them to the forefront and addresses them head on with humor. No one does it like him, man. No one does it like him. He's untouchable. You know, look what they try to do with the Netflix specials. You know,
Yes,
he tried to
that
cancel
didn't
him.
work. That didn't work.
And because he could refer, but he had receipts. He's like, look at my
That's
work.
right. That's
Look
right.
at my work.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you know what I mean, bring the controversy back to me.
Yeah, yeah.
This is, I said this, and this. There's no controversy.
Yeah.
So,
For those that didn't know, what do you mean? What happened with the specials?
so obviously he addressed throughout those specials. There was like I think 3 or 4 in total. He spoke about the LGBT community. The latter one, he spoke about the trans community, and they set for him. You know what I mean? They're set for him. Saying,
okay.
like people
Yeah.
were
That was the closer. That was the closer. Yeah.
There were people at Netflix saying, "How dare you air this? I'm leaving my job," and they were like, "Well."
That was the trans
do it?
community and you know, kind of sympathizers, I guess, or whatever of the what would you say, allies of the trans community was saying we're up in arms, but Chappelle said, I think he released another he did another one. Yes, was that the one with what's his name, Earthquake? Was that the one? Oh, he did one by himself. He did one by himself.
And
He did one by himself.
telling about his good friend.
Yes.
Committed to
Yes,
That story was spot on. It was powerful, very powerful.
Yes, about a trans friend that he had, and
that
who
he
got
gave an opportunity to become a comedian.
Yeah. And the trans community just dragged that
her.
person all over the net, and then the person went and committed suicide.
Yeah, they did.
So it was a deep story. And in that one, he challenged everyone, go back and watch every single one of my specials. I have never had an issue. I've never said or ever had any issue with the trans community. He said, my problem was always with white people.
And that's what I rate about him. Man. He challenges things head on, but because it's so, like I said, he's a genius. He's very smart because it's funny, but it's on the head, like on the nose.
Do you know what? It was truth. It was truth. It was truth because he challenged everybody. Go back and show me where I have ever had an issue with the trans community. Go back and watch them and show me. So like you said, he had receipts and he had truth on his side, and you couldn't argue with that. No one could argue with that. Nobody could present anything from his previous shows and say, there it is, you said this or what have you. So it was dope, and it was great the way that he challenged this, and he kind of mixed his truth with the comedy. In terms of the things that he was addressing in this though, about Kanye and the Jewish community, what do we make of? I think we're all agreeing he's a comedian, he's a genius. We can all agree on that. In terms of the actual subject matter that he was talking about in the monologue, thoughts and feelings on that?
I thought the Trump bit was the funniest bit for me, anyway. Personally, to me, anything Kanye right now is yawn. But I get it. It's funny the way that he put it and put it across. Especially the bit with the millionaires wear chains and billionaires don't. That bit I laughed. I said, and he tucked in his chain and stuff. But
for me, it was a circle back as well. That comedy genius
was
a circle back.
Lost $1 billion in a day. Said, "Yep, take your chain out. Welcome back. Welcome back."
Everyone here that's commented so far has spoken about like his genius, and I think to be able to turn around and say that the ex-president of the United States came out on the lawn and looked at everyone and said, we're doing it. Exactly what he said. We are actually doing it. All the madness, all the conspiracy theories, all the stuff, we're doing it. And actually make it a comedic line in as you said, in a monologue. He's good at it, and there's lessons to be learned that you can touch on subjects, hit the truth, but then have a comedic view on it. And I think when you've mastered that, because there's a few in the UK that can do that as well, when you can master that, you've captured an audience, and you can speak on anything you want. So
Natasha's put a great point on screen. She said, I loved his point about Kyrie Irving not being anywhere near the Holocaust. A clever play on systemic power / racism.
I didn't realize all he did was post a link. I didn't realize that was it.
So here's the interesting thing that go on, Diesel, sorry.
No, that's what I was just saying. So I didn't have any information as to what Kyrie Irving actually did. So just to hear the story right there, all he did was post a link, and it was about this, and I'm like, okay, so where's the issue? You
But
know?
it was the similar thing, don't you think, Diesel, with Kanye, right? Kanye says, I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on the Jews, right? He didn't actually go on to say anything further about the Jews. All he says is, I'm going to. And before he could even get to saying anything, they shut him down.
Yeah. But that just goes to show you don't make threats and then wait till the next day to start doing stuff. You do stuff and just be quiet about it.
Yeah.
Apparently, DEFCON 3 isn't actually an aggressive move. It's a defensive.
It's not. It's a defensive move. Yes,
defensive
absolutely.
move. Yeah.
Absolutely. It is.
And
that's
the smart thing, because I don't know if there's any poker players or chess players in here. It's smart because then you actually let your opponent show their cards. And they went on a proper, like, he's done this, he's done that, but he didn't do anything.
He hasn't.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So then it shows what they're actually on if you do something.
Yeah.
And in doing that, it actually proved his point.
It's a chess.
It was almost like a setup.
Point.
It was a setup.
It's an expensive game of chess, though. It's expensive
It
game
is.
of chess because it
1.5
lost $1
billion
in a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
how many billions he worth?
9, he said. He said 9.
Yeah,
Nine
okay.
billion.
Now
Right.
worth still
So,
400 million. He's still got 400 million net worth.
But he owns all his own. Everything is.
But it's still
is
not
now
a billionaire. It's still not a
Yeah,
billionaire.
he's got his
But-
chain
He
out.
got
but
to wear
it's
his
still
chains
his.
now.
You know-
He got to wear his chains.
The rough life of a
Let him wear
multi-millionaire.
his chain, man, because we ain't wearing no chains.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Let him wear it.
Diva has added something to this. She says the only thing I say is Kyrie has done / said so much stuff over the last couple of years. I'm guessing the team and the NBA commissioner have had enough. So it seems that there's more. Diva's always in the know. It seems that there's more stuff to this than just him posting the link to the book. But it was him posting the link to the book that got him. That seemed to be the thing that everybody focused on. All right, but in that, somebody shared this with me, and I think it was I was speaking to Iola in the chat, and I think it was Iola that said this to me, or it might have been someone else, that he posted the link to this book or whatever it was, but the book is still available, or the book or the film is still available on Amazon right now.
Yep.
How does that work?
And apparently the actual film
Freedom of
itself
speech.
is not anti-Semitic. Apparently the contents aren't. Someone's watched the film and said that there's nothing in there, and that actually Jewish people have watched it and liked it. They just said that there's Jews, different types of Jews all over the world. Apparently.
Did anybody see Minister Farrakhan's video he posted on YouTube?
No, I haven't watched that one yet.
Yeah,
have you watched it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's powerful. It's powerful.
I can imagine.
So he's kind of addressing the same thing, same issues. And in terms of there's a book and a video that he's referring to, and he basically says, if you want us to retract our statements, again, bring evidence to show that the people in the book, the people that wrote the book and the people that made the documentary are telling lies, because we're only commenting on what is freely available and has been published. So why is your issue with us? Go and address
challenge
them.
the author.
That's it.
Yeah.
So they must have pulled him up about a book he wrote, and he said, in my book, all I'm doing is commenting on your books.
Yeah.
So if you're saying what I'm saying is a lie, go and refute your own authors, because I'm just quoting them and commenting on what they're saying. So if you're saying I should be condemned for my opinion, I'm quoting on commenting on what they're saying. So refute them.
Yeah. Go to the source. Go
man.
deal with the
That's
source.
it.
I know me say so. I them say so. Go talk to them.
That's it.
Yeah. Iola says, exactly. What about the repercussions for Jeff Bezos from Amazon? They're actually profiting off it.
Exactly.
Whilst Kyrie shared a tweet about it. Go figure.
Answers.
Go figure.
Here's a question.
6.
Yeah, Diesel.
Is Jeff Bezos Jewish?
Oh, I don't
Someone
know.
has to fact check that.
All right, let me do that right now. Oh, yeah, that's better. Someone in the chat do that. Someone in the chat, please.
No, I'm just asking because you're talking about, obviously,
Somebody
why,
said yes.
why haven't they taken
Uzo
it
says he's
down
not.
so they can still profit off it or whatever? So
Iola says yes, and Uzo says is not. I'm inclined.
Check.
Iola, you know I got love for you, but I'm inclined to go with Lady Google because she
Lady Google.
Yeah.
She's actually got a Neuralink already.
Yeah, man. Yo, don't mess with Lady Uzo's knowledge. You know, I'm saying don't bet against it. But yeah, can we get some a fact check on that, please? That would be great. All right, so I think we can just safely say that it was another masterpiece by Dave Chapelle. Thoroughly enjoyable, totally on point, totally F-wittable, because he's got the comedy mixed in with the truth, and you can't beat that. You cannot beat that.
No.
You know what I mean?
But can we give it
How
up
he
for
came back
35
full
years?
circle at the end.
35 years. Yeah, man. How you mean? That is
35 years.
How you mean? How you mean? Yeah,
How
man.
he came back full circle at the end and talk about the trainer deal thing that he talked about in an earlier special.
Yes.
How he dropped that, because I remember that bit in the special as well. Do you know what I mean? And it just come back full circle.
Yeah.
Landed that wicked. His delivery's on point every single time, man.
Always.
Amazing.
Mitchie Boo has come in as an adjudicator and said no, he is not. Salute to Mitchie Boo. Iola has retracted her previous statement. I told you, don't bet against Lady Google. I told you.
Iola, you could have got cancelled for that, you know.
I told you.
Oh my God!
Do not bet.
On your clock.
Do not bet against Lady Google.
Lady Uzo has been drafted onto Team 90s.
Yep.
No. Do you know what?
Whatever.
She kind of is by default because she's in these yards. So she,
All good. That's
Here we
sweet.
go.
We're not in
It's
the
not
same
good.
room, though. We're not
That's
in
super
the
sweet.
yo, listen, brethren, I'm in my yard and she's talking to me through the chat. So if you're in the same yard, she's gonna be talking to you, bro. Don't try it. Don't try it.
Holding up
She's
cards.
gonna be like, draw this, draw that. lick him with this one. Lick him with some Cypress Hill. Lick him now.
Oh, dear.
I gotta say good evening to Laney J in the building. Good evening, Laney J. Welcome in. And anyone who have missed Debocha. I love that. That's her name, Debocha.
Yeah, man.
Me Debocha. I love
man.
that.
I think I know them.
Wicked. And also there was I think Shy Until You Know Me or Shy Until You Get to Know Me. Something like that as well. So salute to the newcomers into the chat. All right.
Welcome.
Big respect.
Go on.
Welcome, newcomer.
Good.
All right, so fellas, let us
Let us divide and go to our own corners.
Yo,
Let us just-
This Frogginess is unattractive, you know. It's an attractive man. Do you know what I mean?
we're gonna
calm
get
yourself.
into it. Just pause. We're gonna get into it. All right.